I got better at having honest conversations with clients after having a conversation with one of my mentors. He was talking about how people have unrealistic expectations for a lot of things in life. And between movies, TV, social media, etc., we more and more see this curated version of life, and we less and less see the realities of life. And on top of that, he said that you can't help someone else if they don't want to be helped, and you can't help someone else if you don't put your own oxygen mask on first, like the stewardess will tell you on an airplane. Because when you run out of oxygen, you run out of the ability to help anyone else around you. And that really stuck with me. I very much am the kind of person that wants to help everybody, and I want to help everybody where they're at. And sometimes there are more steps needed than where they're at for them to be helped. The most important time to be honest with clients is from the very get-go. I've had people call me and, want a dog that they already have to be their service dog. They, on the phone, tell me how perfect the dog is, how the dog always listens to them, blah, 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 blah. And they upsell the dog they already have because they don't want another dog. And then I go to the evaluation, and the dog doesn't listen at all. The dog isn't the appropriate size for the mobility needs the person wants, or the dog is just not a good fit for what they want. And I have sat there or stood there evaluating this dog and evaluating what the person told me, and I often wonder, are they intentionally lying? Or do they actually think that saying things 4 times mean the dog always listens to them? And over the years of dog training, I have realized that people really do believe that the dog always listens to them, even if they have to say it 4 or 5 times for the dog to do it. So it's important to be honest and say, look, I would love to help you, and I can help you, but this is not the right dog for the job because of its age, because of its reactivity or aggression, or because of any number of things. And it's really, really hard to do. It is one of the hardest things for me. My mentor has no problem doing this. I used to joke that he's kind of Jekyll and Hyde. Who he is professionally and the face you see professionally is very, very blunt, very clear, very straightforward, very, if he says we're going to do this for 5 minutes, he does it for 5 minutes, and then we move on. And I am much more of I lead people, but I talk more, I ask more questions. I'm not very good with time. I would rather take 20 minutes on something and make sure the person fully understands it than I would cut it off at 5. But those are differences between my mentor and I, and both our ways work. They just work differently. Some people need a lot more structure, and he is absolutely way more structured. I have become more structured over the years because I have learned the importance of my time and other people's time. I used to think it was a kindness that I stayed for an hour and a half instead of an hour. But then I realized that sometimes it is, but it delayed my schedule, it delayed whatever plans they had, and so on and so forth. So there's such a thing as balance, and in that balance comes honesty. The more honest you are with clients up front, the more honest you are about your expectations, the better your relationship will be, and the easier it will be to do the easy things and the hard things when it comes to training a service dog. And there are easy topics and hard topics that go along with it. And so it's really, really important to be honest in a clear and kind way. Honesty doesn't have to be abrasive. Honesty doesn't have to hurt other people. Honesty can be done clearly and kindly. And that is one of the most important things I've learned in dog training, and especially in service dog training.